Good morning, students. Again, I welcome you to my online class. And today we are to discuss English prose. And as we are discussing the first chapter of Invitation 1, that is my greatest Olympic prize, and we are to continue from the same. And in the previous videos, we discussed about the title, about the author, and about Olympic Games, about this, that, etc. We discussed a lot, and we have to continue from the very point that where we stopped in the previous video. And it is from the second paragraph of Unit 1. Till first paragraph we discussed. Now we have to continue from the second paragraph. I was not too worried about all this. I here who? I means Jesse Owens, our American athlete who came to Germany with the intention to participate in Olympic Games, and he was sure to win some of the gold medals there. And now I means our writer himself, Jesse Owens. I was not too worried. Too worried means not too worried. Not too worried. Actually, such type of expressions it is used in a sarcastic or apathetic manner to be indifferent. That means he wanted to say that he was not at all worried, or he was quite indifferent to all this. This means what? Here this means the way nationalistic spirit was there all over Germany. This means the way the German athletes were oozing with greater confidence because they had been greatly motivated. And our writer here said that he was least worried about this. That means he was quite indifferent towards this. He was not interested about this greater confidence of German athletes. Why? Because he himself had his belief. That means he had belief, or he had strong belief on himself. And so here I was not too worried about all this means our writer Jesse Owens was not that much concerned. He was not worried, or he was not so much worried about the point, the way the German athletes were oozing with greater confidence. Why he was not worried? I had trained. Trained means having been taught a particular skill through practice and instruction over a period of time. Here train means now actually he was being taught how to run, how to jump, etc. over a period of time, and through the instructions, and he was also doing a lot more practice to enhance his athletic skill, to enhance his athletic spirit, etc. So he was taking long training sessions and sweated. Sweated means overworked under hard condition. Overworked under hard condition. Overworked under hard condition. That means he was working hard. He was laboring so hard. And disciplined. Disciplined means behaving in a controlled way, in a very controlled way, you may write, in a very controlled way. So that means he had put himself in a disciplined order, he was laboring so hard, and he was taking long training sessions for 6 years, and he was doing all these things for 6 long years with the games in mind. In mind and on mind, what is the difference? Now let me tell you this. In mind, actually we have to discuss a little about in mind versus on mind. In mind means it is there in your mind presently for a longer, not presently, it is there in your mind for a longer period of time. You just think of it, you are not worried, you are not concerned about this, it is there in your mind. But on mind means presently it is there in your mind, on your mind, and you are concerned about it, you are worried. So in mind means it is something in your mind, it is something in your mind, that means just an idea, just suppose check here, it is something in your mind over a period of time. Over a period of time, that means you are thinking of it, over a period of time. That means you are thinking of it, but you are not worried. But on mind means it is something presently on your mind, it is something presently on your mind, you are concerned or worried about it. That means if any thought is there on your mind, you are worried of it, you are worried about it, you are concerned about it. But if something is there in your mind, it is there in your mind for a longer period of time, but you are not that much worried. So games, that means Olympic Games was in his mind, that means he was thinking of it over a long period of time, but he was not that much worried, it was not, that means he was not showing any concern. In fact, he was thinking of Olympic Games, hoping to win or expecting to win or desiring to win some gold medals there. So it has been mentioned, that means the first line and second line, the first sentence and second sentence said that our writer, when he came to Germany, he found that the Germans were German athletes were oozing with greater confidence, believing that they were superior to all other athletes, and hence they could bag all the gold medals or all the medals that were to be given on different events. But Jesse Owens was not that much worried. Actually, it was not a matter of concern for him. Why? Because he had gone through long training sessions. I have wiped it out. Now, he had gone through long strenuous training sessions. He put himself in a disciplined way, and all the 6 long years he had been taking long training sessions, and all the time Olympic Games was there in his mind, he was thinking of it, and he was believing strongly that he definitely would perform in a better way to win some gold medals in the Olympic Games. While I was going over on the boat, go over. In fact, now I am to tell you, go over is a verb that can both be used transitively and intransitively. Go over. Go over is a verb. Go over is a verb that can be used both intransitively and transitively, with meaning differences. When go over is used as intransitive verb, It means what is intransitive verb and what is transitive verb, I think you know what it is. When the verb takes an object in order to give the complete prediction, it is transitive verb. When the verb that means when the verb never takes any object in order to give the complete prediction, because the verb itself can give the complete prediction, such type of verb is called intransitive verb. And go over, if it will be used without taking any object, it means to move or travel towards something. Where is the duster? Where is the duster? Oh, sorry. To move or travel towards someone or something. For example, he went over to the door and shut it. Or another example, she went over to the window and closed the curtain. So here go over is used intransitively without taking an object. It means to travel or to move forward. But when go over is used as transitive verb, if go over is used as verb transitive, then it means something different. What it is? Now it will have the meaning, go over means to search a place, thoroughly. For example, suppose the police, the police went over the place to arrest the terrorist or the Maoist or the culprit or the murderer, etc. So mark here, he went over, no object is there, but he went over the place. The place here is the object. So when go over is used transitively, it means to search a place thoroughly. Again, go over has also different meaning. If go over is used, that means go over something with something, then also it will have some different meaning. It means to clean a place. How? You may write one example. He went over the car with a cloth, or you may write he went over the floor. He went over the floor with a cloth, wiping footmarks and blood stains from the floor. So if go over is used transitively, it means either to search a place thoroughly or to clean a place. But if go over is used intransitively, that means to move forward or to travel to a point or to a person. Here go over is used intransitively. And it means he just physically covered a distance. That means here what does it mean? Let me open the page. While I was going over on the boat, here actually he was physically covering a place or covering some distance on the boat. In fact, he was doing the sea voyage. He was to cover the distance from America to Germany in order to reach there. Check here. Jesse Owens was one American athlete, and in order to participate in the Olympic Games, 1936 Olympic Games, he was to come to the venue, to the place where it was held, and because the 1936 Olympic Games was held in Germany, that's why he was to physically remain present at Germany. First he was to come to Germany. So now he was covering the distance from America to Germany in a boat, in fact in a small ship. And when he was covering this distance through the sea, that means he was doing the sea voyage, all one can do, it is one expression. All I could think means, that means it is one expression, that means all one can do. All one can do. Such type of expression is used to say that there is no other action, so that a person can do. That means all here means only one can do this one. Without this, nothing else was there to do. So here what it has been mentioned? While I was going over on the boat, all I could think, that means this is the only thought that was there in his mind. What is the only thought? About was think about. Actually, in fact, I am to teach you a little between think of and think about. Let me discuss a little about think of and think. Let me discuss about think of versus think about. Think of means a thought is there in your mind. A thought is there in your mind. That means you are aware of it. You are aware of an idea. But think about means you are actively considering something. You are actively considering something. If you are extending your thought, if you are concerned about it, if you are actively considering something, that is think about. But think of means it is there in your mind. You are just aware of it. That means you know it. It is an idea that is running in your mind, but you are not considering so actively. But think about means you are considering it actively. And now he was thinking about it. Here the writer actually used the expression think about to say that he was considering it seriously. He was seriously thinking about it. And all I could think about, that means this is the only serious thought that was running in his mind. This is the only thought without which, that means no other thought was there in his mind. Only one thought was there in his mind, that was taking home one or two of these gold medals. Check here, because he was now going to Germany with the intention to participate in Olympic Games, and in Olympic Games hundreds of different events are there, and our writer was one track and field athlete participating in track events and field events, and he was also one world class athlete. That's why now the only thought that was there in his mind was to win a few gold medals from these events. he was hoping, he was cherishing the dream, he was expecting, he was desiring to win a few gold medals in certain events. So now all I could think means this was the only thought that was seriously considering, that is what? To win some gold medals in different events. I had my eye especially actually means particularly. Especially and especially you may be confused. Especially means particularly, but specially means sometimes you may replace both the word. Where you are using especially, there also we can use specially, but a little difference is there between these two words. Especially means particularly, but specially means particular specific purpose. Specific purpose. Let me write two sentences so that you can get the clear meaning, or you can get the clear distinction between these two words. Suppose I baked a cake especially for you. That means particularly for you I baked it. But another one, suppose this vehicle is specially made for physically challenged people. Physically challenged people. That means here this vehicle has a specific purpose, but here the cake is particularly made for you. So specially means particularly, but specially means for that means a specific purpose is there. So now he was thinking particularly of one event. I had my eye especially on the long jump. That means he was hoping, because he was one world class athlete, that's why he was cherishing the dream of winning a few gold medals in different events. But one particular event was there in his mind. What it was? It was long jump. Check here, I told you when I was discussing about track event and field event. Track events means the events or athletic events where the athlete is restricted or confined to the specific track, and if you overlap the track, then you will be disqualified. But field events means certain athletic events are there that are to be held on the grass field, and you know running races are field track events, while jumping events, throwing events are field events. And because our writer Jesse Owens was both a track event athlete and field event athlete, that means he was one athlete participating in track events and field events. That's why he was hoping, or he was dreaming of winning gold medals in running races and in also jumping events. But he was particularly hopeful to win one gold medal in long jump. Why? What was the special purpose? That is, what was there so that our writer was so confident of winning gold medal in the long jump? That means here the writer said that he was hopeful to win a few gold medals in different events, but he was extremely hopeful. He was extremely that means he had a firm belief to win a gold medal, particularly on a single event, and that event is long jump. Why? What made him so confident of winning gold medal on the long jump? Now, a year before, the reason has been mentioned here. A year before, as a university student, I had set the world record of 26 feet half and 1/4 inches. A year before, as a university, I am just telling you, university, even though it starts with U, it was taught you in the high school level. Just I am taking a few seconds to tell you. to tell you a university, but an umbrella. Umbrella starts with U, university also starts with U. It is preceded by N, but it is preceded by A. Why? Because of the pronunciation. In fact, where it was taught to you in the high school level, and when I was teaching in first year also I told you, it is the pronunciation that is the determining factor so as to use A or N. If the pronunciation is like that of one vowel, A, E, A, etc., then N will be used. But if the pronunciation is like that of a consonant like W, W, U, etc., then A should be used. And because the pronunciation is university, U, E plus O together makes the sound U, that's why A is used before it. But because it is umbrella, a single sound, a vowel sound goes here, that's why N is used here. So, a university student. So, what the fact here it is? A year before, as a university student, I had set the world record. Oh, why our writer was that much hopeful to win the gold medal in the long jump? Because just 1 year before, this Olympic, actually this Olympic games was to be held in 1936. 1 year before means in 1935, our writer, when he was still a university student, he participated in university level jumping competitions, and there he set the world record by covering the longest of the distance. What the distance he covered? It was 26 feet 8 and 1/4 inches. 26, you just come out of your house and take your scale and mark the distance. 26 feet 8 whole 1/4 inches. You will be amazed to see the distance. Someone needs to fly to cover such a long distance, and he covered this distance as a university student. And because he set the world record in covering the longest of the distance in long jump, that means he was definitely the person capable to cover the longest of the distance, and 1 year later only he was participating in Olympic Games. That's why he was that much ambitious to win the gold medal in the long jump event. Understood? Everyone kind of expected me to win that Olympic events hands down. Hands down means effortlessly. Hands down means effortlessly, easily, so easily. Hands down means effortlessly or so easily. So easily, or that means if you can win something so easily, in that case we use hands down. How this phrase actually came to English, when I will be taking you doubt clearing class, I will definitely tell you. But remember, hands down means if without giving any effort, without any difficulty, without the slightest of the difficulty, if you manage to win something or manage to do something, that is, in that case we use hands down. That means quite easily he could win the gold medal. This was the expectation of people all around the world. People in the world also believed so strongly that Jesse Owens was there to win the gold medal in the long jump event particularly. Why? Because he was the longest jumper. He was the person who set the world record just 1 year before by covering the longest of the distance, that was 26 feet 8 whole 1/4 inches. And because he set the world record just 1 year before, that's why people worldwide also believed strongly that Jesse Owens was sure to win the gold medal in the Olympic Games. Gold medal on that means people in the world actually had the strong belief that Jesse Owens would definitely win the gold medal in the long jump event, particularly in that Olympic Games of 1936. I was in for a surprise. I was in for a surprise. Be in for something means, I am telling you here, be in for something. Be in for something means to be going to experience something unpleasant very soon. Now I was in for surprise. Be in for I was. Past tense of be is was. I was in for surprise. That means it is one structure. Be in for something. It is one idiomatic structure, which means that very soon you are to experience something unpleasant. You are not to be pleased because something is likely to happen very soon. So I was in for a surprise means something happened that made him surprised. Something happened observing which he was greatly amazed, he was shocked. What really happened there? When the time came for the long jump trials, what does it mean? I am telling you one thing, check here. Suppose a lot more athletes are there. Suppose a lot more athletes are there. Before participating in the final event, you are to go through elimination rounds, and the more the number of athletes is, the more elimination rounds will be there. The less the number of athletes is, then the less number of elimination round is there. Elimination round, that means less number of elimination round. That means before participating in the final event, you are to go through some elimination rounds, and these are the trial rounds. So now here what our writer said, in the trial round, when the time came for the long jump trials, I was startled. Startled means shocked and surprised. If you are immensely shocked and surprised, that means startled. He was greatly surprised and shocked. Why? It was the trial event. Trial event means before the final event would occur, the athletes were participating in trial events. In the trial events, actually some of the athletes will get eliminated, and only the athletes who can qualify for the final rounds, they will only participate in the final round. Before the final round, some elimination rounds are there, and these elimination rounds have been described as trial round. So that means it was the trial round, and I was startled to see a tall boy hitting the pit at almost 26 feet on his practice slips. Practice slips means before, suppose this is the trial and you are to jump. Before that you are to practice there, then 3 opportunities will be given to you, 3 chances will be given to you. What is the pit here? Pit means actually a hole dug in the ground. And what here the writer said, suppose it is a hole like this, and it is dug in the ground, and it is filled with soft sand. Then this is the line, it is called checkerboard, and before this line you are to jump. And now when he was doing the practice jump only, he was nearing, that means he was covering the distance of 26 feet. And it actually made the world record. And it was one new athlete. He was not known to the world community. Still then in the practice round only, he was covering the distance equaling the world record. That's why our writer was greatly amazed. Naturally you will be amazed. Why? Because check here, if someone is covering the distance equaling the world record in the practice round, definitely he should have been known to our writer Jesse Owens, because he was one world class athlete, and such type of athletes should have participated on few more occasions before in world class athletic events. But never ever had this boy participated in any world class event, and it was for the first time that Jesse Owens came across this athlete, and till then this newcomer was jumping the distance in the practice round equaling the world record. That's why our writer becomes so much surprised. He was shocked. He turned out to be, turned out means happened in a particular way. turned out means resulted or happened in a particular way. Turned out means happened in a